Hey there, this is the Beeb, and this is an ad. But don't turn the channel. I just wanted to let you know about my new podcast, the Finding Your Way podcast with me, the Beeb, the newest podcast production from Unfiltered Studios. If you need some encouraging words, thoughtful insight, or maybe you just need a serious break from your not-so-serious job, we could all use something like that in our lives, am I right? There are a million lighthearted comedic and murder mystery podcasts out there, but how many podcasts you got in your queue that will give you a little help in life, that might make you think and see things from a different angle? Well, if that is you, check out the podcast. Once again, that is the Finding Your Way podcast with me, The Beeb, the newest podcast from Unfiltered Studio. All right, Keb, I'm done with this. I'll see myself out.
Thanks, Beebs, for that wonderful ad. And welcome, everybody, to the show. As always, my name is the Keb, and I'm home alone tonight. Before I get started, I would like to make an announcement. Those of you who have gotten to know me over the last 4 years since I have been podcasting, and the last year and a half that we've been doing this particular show, know that I do not beat around the bush. Now, I do understand, however, that when someone says that they do not beat around the bush, in saying that, they're actually beating around the bush. So I certainly don't want to do that. So we here at the Unfiltered Podcast are going to take a break. It's just time. We are taking a break to give us time to reboot this show. After said short break, we will return with a new attitude, new segments, and our host structure will be different. This is something that I have personally been thinking about for a while, and I feel that this is the time to pull the proverbial trigger and do so. I would like to take a second and personally thank St. Joe, Jay, and Beebs for their dedication and contributions to the show. Anyone that's done a podcast with multiple hosts knows that one of the challenges is to have people as dedicated on a weekly basis to show up for an episode. One thing out of many that you have to commend those gentlemen for is that they were always here. I can't thank them enough for that and the many things that made the show so much fun to be a part of. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for everything. I would also like to thank all of you out there who listen. People like me who have a passion for entertaining and nonsense are nothing without the audience. I have appreciated your interaction, whether good or bad, and your undying willingness to tell us when we're stupid or wrong. But more than anything, I want to thank you for letting us into your cars or your homes or wherever you listen to us. My sincere hope is that at one point or another that we put a smile on your face. Without you guys, none of this is possible, and I don't think that I'm overstating it when I say you are the most important part of the show. So thank you so much for listening. That all being said, it's time to move forward now and look to the future. What does that look like? I'm not really sure. Only time will tell. But what I do know is what the next hour looks like. We are not going to go dark. I have some content for you coming in the next couple weeks that I bet none of you who are listening right now have heard or remember. Those of you who do, this will be a trip down memory lane. But for tonight, I have a guest joining me. So after this short introduction, which we are going old school, my guest will join me. Enjoy the show.
Podcasting from the heart of Jacksonville, Florida. It's Keb Unfiltered. A podcast about truth, justice, and what's going to offend the maximum amount of people with the minimum amount of effort. You know, the American way.
That's the American way.
Parental discretion is heavily advised. Your parents might learn something. Now, here's your host, the Keb.
And welcome, everybody, to the show. Glad to have you with us tonight. My name is the Keb, And first off, I want to mildly apologize for the audio quality of the next hour or so. We're working with a setup here that we don't normally work with, so just bear with us. And we tested it and said, fuck it, we're just going to go with it. So, as previously mentioned, I have a guest tonight, and my guest needs no introduction, but I'm going to try to give him one anyway. I met our guest online, and our guest is one of the most patient people I've ever met, and has to be probably one of the most patient people in the world. Our guest is very passionate about their job, which they have been doing for over 25 years. Our guest hails from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, the same place as Arnold Palmer and Fred Rogers. Now, if you don't know who Fred Rogers is, Google is at everyone's disposal, but you probably don't know how to work it because you are a fucking moron. Our guest is a diehard Alabama Crimson Tide fan, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and an Atlanta Braves fan. And our guest has the most gorgeous, funny, and dedicated husband any woman could ever ask for. My guest this week is none other than the soon-to-be world-famous wife. Welcome finally to the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, I guess. I haven't really gone anywhere, but here I am.
You don't have to lie to them. They can feel the lie.
I'm not trying to lie.
Okay. There's gonna be a lot of podcast hosts that are pissed that you're on.
Sorry to hear
especially
that.
with me. But I'm glad that you're here with one in particular. But you're married to me, so there's that.
If that's a bonus prize or a booby prize.
It's a bonus, I guess. Maybe.
Okay. I don't. For you.
Easy. It's 5 fucking minutes into the goddamn podcast.
Oh, wait. I need to set.
You're giving me shit.
I need to set one ground rule.
Okay.
Before we get started.
Right.
You will not tell me to go fuck yourself.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There will be no fucking of thyself. But besides, if they can go listen to the Two Penny to do that. Right? Yeah. Everybody can go fuck themselves next week. Before we get started into what we're doing, which is very fun, by the way, I want to. Can you confirm something for me?
I'll try.
Previously, I've told a story about a time that we went to a certain restaurant. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant because they don't pay us money to advertise.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. Then we could add it to our millions that we make. Right?
Millions?
Okay. Anyhow, so we went to a restaurant that has, on their tabletops, they have countries. Now, your mother was a travel agent, correct?
She was, for many years.
So, you've been, like, all over Europe.
Not all over, but enough.
Okay. So, this particular table did it not have Germany and Poland on it?
It did.
Okay. And I asked you, hey, had you been to Germany and Poland?
You did.
And we had a previous conversation about how I have a tendency to embarrass people out. Like, it's just not a fucking character, people. This is like how I am.
In real life, all the time.
You're right. If you're out with me and you get embarrassed very quickly, you're fucked. Because, especially if I know that, right?
Yes,
absolutely. I mean, I'll smell blood in the water, will I not?
And you'll go for it.
Right. So, this was one of those times.
It was.
And I asked, you've been to Germany or Poland. We were talking about how I have the ability to embarrass people. And I think you said somewhere along the line that there was nothing I could do that would embarrass you.
Anymore, no.
And so I told her to point on the map where they used to burn the Jews.
You did.
Like, really loud, so, like, people could hear me.
And I realized that, yes, you could indeed continue to embarrass.
And then what I always tell people is I tell them that story to tell them this story.
I see where this is going.
Right. There's a road called Haley Road. Anybody's listened to the podcast has heard the story at least 3 fucking times.
Or 400.
Right. But I just wanted confirmation that this happened. And we were driving through there, and I was asking why people are walking around, and you said it was Saturday, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, they're Jewish. They're not allowed to operate vehicles. Right?
Correct.
And so I said, well, we should go pick them up, but we should go home and get your car. At the time, you were driving a Volkswagen.
A Volkswagen, yes.
You know, so if you don't get that, brush up on your World War II history. Oh, the mitzvah tank. They got a mitzvah tank over there. They got an RV with written on it. It says mitzvah tank, do they not?
It is a traveling Jewish party.
It's a mitzvah, you know.
It's a mitzvah on wheels.
Yeah, I just wanted you to confirm that story.
Yes, that story really did happen.
Right. Okay.
And you like to tell about it everywhere we go.
I love that story. Okay, so let's let the people in on what we're doing, okay? Because
I don't even know what we're doing.
I want to do this for a while. So basically, we're going to play a game. We've got a bucket here of 40 or so Post-it notes that all have questions on them that we're going to take turns and open them up. We're going to read the question, and then we're both going to answer the question, kind of like the Newlywed Game, but we're not newlyweds. Ish, depending on how long you think newlyweds are newlyweds.
Newlywed period was over after the first 6 hours.
Right. I mean, how long are newlyweds?
Couple years, maybe?
I thought it was like 1 year.
Might have been.
It's like
We're definitely past that stage.
It's like being a rookie. You know? Yeah, it's like Michael Harris II.
Or Von Grissom.
Or Spencer Strider. Right? Or, like, Trevor Lawrence is not a rookie anymore.
No.
You know? Travis Etienne? No.
No, but it was kind of his rookie season.
Right.
Because he was out last season.
I don't know any good rookies other than that Brock Purdy guy for the 49ers. He's pretty good.
Not quite sure who that is.
Brock Purdy is the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, the one that took the place of all the guys they hurt.
The San Francisco 49ers are a franchise in the National Football League.
I know this.
Okay.
I was forced to watch them the other night.
They're actually going to be in the NFC Championship game.
That is correct.
But we got some sports
They should play
talk.
that game in Dallas so that the Dallas fans can actually see what a playoff game looks like.
You know what? We've got some Dallas fans that listen to this program, right? And I just want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, thank fucking God you lost. You know, Dak Prescott sucks. Your kicker sucks. Dallas sucks. And it's at Keb Lives, KEBLIVES. So anyhow, back to the game. So we're going to
Not the football game.
No, not the football game. For Dallas, there's no football game left.
No.
Right? I'm going to get a big go fuck yourself tomorrow when they listen to this.
As long as you're not telling me that, we're good.
No, well, we haven't gotten into the questions yet.
Okay.
All right, so do you want to pick a question first, or you want me to pick a question?
I want you to pick a question first.
All right, I'm going to pick a question. So if you hear paper rustling out there, we are set up tonight. We have absolutely the most sensitive microphones on the face of the fucking earth, but that's what we got. Fuck it, you know? So, all right, first question, opening here, and it says, do aliens exist?
Well, there are all kinds of aliens living in the United States.
Are you talking about illegal aliens?
Some of them.
Are there legal aliens?
There are.
So, alien is...
According to Sting, there's aliens all over the place in the United States.
Okay. Come a little closer to that mic. Okay. I think this means like outer space.
I do believe that there's some life form out there.
Okay. Is it intelligent?
That's yet to be seen.
Are we intelligent?
Well, depends on who we're talking about, because I know a whole bunch of people that are not.
Are the Trump people intelligent?
I'm not going politics.
It's not so much politics, it's just the type of people.
We're not going there.
Okay. All right. So, aliens exist, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I believe aliens exist too. I believe that was a stupid question. What do you think?
Is that a question that you came up with then?
I didn't necessarily come up with that. I just wrote it down.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay. So, is that that's a stupid question?
It could be construed as stupid.
Okay. Well, pick another stupid
turn?
question. Yeah. You got two.
I got two.
Here, give me the other
Two
one.
for the
I'll
price of
ask
one.
that.
Nope,
Okay.
I threw it back in.
All right.
All right, this one says, if you were elected president, what would you do first? I know your answer to this.
That's fucking easy. That's fucking easy. I actually got two. I got like a 1A and a 1B. And number one is I would put Kansas City fully into Kansas. Executive order.
Oh, no, see, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, the second is 1B is I would eliminate, and if you put one up, it's under penalty of death or Keb's corporal punishment. If you don't remember, do you remember what Keb's corporal punishment is?
No.
It's dick cut off and lit on fire.
Okay, well, I don't have to worry about that.
Right. But the speed bump people do. I would eliminate by executive order all fucking speed bumps, and I would make it a federal offense, a first-degree felony, to ride in the car with your fucking hazards on.
Okay.
So what would you do if you were elected the first female president and that made me the first male first lady?
I would definitely put education back in the hands of the teachers.
Okay.
Let those of us that are trained decide what we do for the best interest of our children.
That's a very PC answer.
It's my job.
Would you bring back Common Core?
Hell no.
Would you if you were elected president, would you appoint Ron DeSantis as your education
Hell
as
to
the
the
Secretary
no.
of Education?
No. Absolutely not.
No. Not into having DeSantis up there?
But we're going to not talk politics.
We're not talking politics, we're talking the Secretary of Education.
But that's politics.
No, politics is like, hey, what kind of do you believe in abortion? Do you believe in death penalty?
Education is still considered politics,
okay.
unfortunately.
All right, next question.
Oh, you cutting me off?
I'm not cutting you off. You can say whatever you want. You want to give a
No,
shout
I'm
out
good.
to anybody? All right. Next question. If you had to watch one movie on repeat forever, which movie would you choose and why?
Jeez, you're making me think hard. I would
These are
probably,
the important questions.
I would probably watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Is that because you like midgets?
No, they're not midgets.
They're Oompa Loompas.
They're People McNuggets.
See, I told you. If you guys have been listening, I told you that's her tagline. People McNuggets.
Or they're fun size.
They're fun size.
Like candy bars. The little ones are called fun size.
Okay.
You know all about fun size, don't you?
What are you talking about?
Little ones.
No. And I thought we weren't talking about that kind of bullshit. You know?
You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
No, I could definitely take it. I could definitely take it. What do you think my movie is?
It's got to be one of the Star Wars movies.
It is.
Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire Strikes Back. On repeat forever. And no, it's not Luke, I am your father. It's no, I am your father.
You're my daddy?
No, dude. We don't live in fucking Kentucky or Texas.
We're close to Middleburg.
We are close to Middleburg. You know who lives near Middleburg?
Who lives near Middleburg?
The Beebs.
Beebs.
The Beebs
Absolutely.
lives near. It takes at least 2 days to get out to his house. At least a 2-day drive to get out to his house.
Banjos
From
playing in the
Civilization.
background?
Yeah, I think Deliverance was actually filmed there.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was. But we're just kidding, Beebs. We love you. It's your turn to pick.
Okay, let's see if I can... You got these all stuck together.
Well, they're
Jeez.
fucking Post-it notes.
Well, that's your fault.
Well, everything's my fucking fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you learned that.
You're not the only person that thinks that. Everything's my fucking fault. I'm the ultimate bad guy.
I need to put you through handwriting practice.
Well, do you need me to read it?
Now, what do you think is the best one word to describe our relationship?
Yeah,
One word?
What's the one word that describes our relationship?
Can I use 2 words?
It says one fucking word.
Well, I can't use the one word without the other word because then it'll be an opposite meaning.
All right, well, okay.
Never dull.
Never dull. Mine was going to be one word and said fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of fun being married to me. No
Wait
2
a
days.
minute.
No 2 days are the same.
No, I never know which personality I'm going to get.
I look. I got tested. I do not
You
have.
have testes?
I do that. Those two. But I do not have.
You know I didn't used to be like this until I married you.
Like what?
I was not a smartass.
Oh, you gotta be if you're around me for 5
Absolutely.
fucking minutes. You gotta be. So you said, what did you say?
Never dull.
Never dull. I don't get offended. You know that. I'm like unoffendable.
Unless I start talking about the Gators.
Well, yeah, I'm very passionate about my sports teams.
So I thought you said you hated the word never and always.
Well, okay, I do hate the word never and always, so I'm often unoffendable, right? And I don't think I said never. I said
You did.
unoffendable.
I'm never offended.
I can
Anyway.
rewind it back.
Anyway,
Okay, so, but if somebody were to call me boring,
they would definitely not have any clue who you were
that
if they called you
would
boring.
offend me if somebody were to call me boring.
You are not.
Yeah, so. All right, next question. This is going swimmingly, by the way.
You had to throw that swimming reference in there.
I did. I was a swimmer when I.
Yeah, I think everybody knows that.
Okay, I didn't put this question down. I may have written it, but this is not my question. What in the entire fuck? If a beggar, like a homeless person,
Like the kind that come up and knock on my car window on my way to work every morning?
right? If a beggar asked for money, and you knew they were genuine, would you give it?
Absolutely.
You would.
I am all about helping out somebody else because you never know when you might need it.
So, if they came and knocked on your car door and you knew 100% that they needed the money, that they're genuine, like they said please and
If
thank
I
you and
knew
shit,
for a fact that they were genuine. But the problem is, I've seen people that I know begging for money, and I know that they're not. So that's kind of jaded me a little bit.
the problem that I have is when you see somebody that's like on the side of the interstate exit,
Right.
and they're begging for money and people are giving them money and shit, and then you like follow them and they get into like
Get
a
into a
fucking,
nice car.
Bugatti,
Yeah,
you know, and
exactly.
shit like that. That bugs the shit out of me.
Exactly.
I'm a tad bit more. Would you agree? I'm a tad bit more cynical of the two of us.
Absolutely.
So I got 2 words for him. Do you know what those 2 words are?
Go for it.
Fuck them.
All right. And on that note, we're going to see if I can read some more of your chicken scratch.
I worked very hard on this.
Well, I worked on teaching little people today.
Oh, I worked on, other stuff. She's reading. She's having
If this
trouble
is one
reading.
of your questions, I'm really starting to question our relationship.
Okay.
Would you eat sheep's balls for $1,000?
Definitely not. Definitely not one of my questions.
I hope to God not. Or whoever else you
That's
believe
kind
in.
of like a fear factor question. Yeah, a little Joe Rogan action.
So what's your answer?
Yeah, they're gonna have to up the ante a little bit.
I was going to say, if it was a little more money, maybe.
Yeah. If it's got a couple more zeros on there, I might think about it. But I don't know. Sheep's balls. Can you cook them anyway? Like, can you
I don't know
like
this.
deep fry them and shit?
I don't know that. Let's run up to the butcher shop and ask him for a pair.
Yeah, I didn't even know eating sheep's balls was a thing.
Now, I mean, I've heard of cow balls, Rocky Mountain oysters.
That's a thing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I've never had them, but I've heard of them.
No matter. That's a thing like in Colorado where the Rocky Mountains are?
No, that's a thing in a lot of places.
Rocky Mountain oysters. I have absolutely never heard that reference.
Really? You and your restaurant background?
Okay, I ran like a non-sheep's balls restaurant.
Non-cow balls?
Non-cow balls restaurant.
But you served every other part of the cow.
Yeah, we were steakhouse.
Exactly.
But ixnay on the sheep's or cow balls. You know, so the answer is that they would have
Not for $1,000.
Right, not for $1,000. They'd have to up the ante. All right. Well, interested in what this one is. All right, what we got here? This is a
This is one of your questions?
yeah. Some of these are like, totally like what's that Ellen game where you there's like a game. Some of these are like cliche questions, and then some of these are sheep's balls questions.
Gotcha.
So, what excites you most about our future?
Retirement.
Yeah, I would agree.
But because I'm a teacher, I'm not going to be able to retire very soon, unfortunately.
Well, you're closer to it than most people, though.
I am close to where I could, but paychecks are kind of nice.
They are. Well, I mean, when you retire, you get a paycheck, though, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Did they not give you money for the time that you worked?
Give me money?
Yeah, like
You mean the money that they've taken out of my paycheck, every paycheck,
Right.
for the last 27 years?
Right.
Yeah, I get that back.
Okay. Well,
But-
it has interest with it too, right?
It's a pension.
Right. It's basically an IRA.
But we're not living high on the hog on that.
Okay. Well,
So you get to keep working.
we're gonna tour. Is it my turn or your turn to pick? Oh,
You gotta answer this too.
What excites me about our future is that once the kids go to college,
Or out into the workforce.
or
we're not
out
going to
into the
force them to go to
workforce,
college.
Trade school is always a good thing or whatever. Just want them to be happy and get a
Make enough money to support their parents when they retire.
Yeah, that's the deal. What excites me is we don't know where we're going to end up.
True.
I mean, we don't know where we're going to end up. I think we know where we want to end up.
We might just roll the dice and wherever it takes us.
Yeah.
Roll double 12s, drive 1,200 miles.
Or 12,000.
You can't drive 12,000 miles from here.
The fuck you can't. You can drive from here to LA. It's like 2,800
And then back,
miles.
and then back to LA, and
you
then
could
back here.
then
Just
you
go
could
back and forth.
Think about all the country you would see, though.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
We'd have to buy an RV first.
Right. And then we could go on that trip. Here's
Where we
12,000
stop at all the baseball parks
Yeah, we go
in
one
the
baseball
summer,
game.
and then in the winter we go to all the football stadiums.
Which
in the
one,
fall.
College or NFL?
Well, we can do one year and one the next year.
Yeah, but there's a shit ton more college stadiums.
Okay, so
than there
college
are
might
NFL.
take us 2 years or 3 years.
Or we could just follow the Braves wherever they go. One summer.
That works too.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you married somebody that likes sporting events?
Thank fucking God, dude, because I don't talk about my previous marriage a lot because of the
You mean your starter marriage?
my starter marriage, with my starter wife. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a starter log on your fire. But this is a lot more fun.
Good, I'm glad to hear
A
it.
ton more fun. So I think it's your turn to
Is
pick.
it my turn?
Yes.
God, I got to read Chicken Scratch again.
I can be the all-time
If I
reader.
can get it open.
Okay. That clicking sound that you hear right now is people clicking off, going, "What the fuck am I listening to?"
If you were going to be executed, what would your last meal be? Shiny, happy thoughts. Jeez. First, I want to know what crime I committed to be executed. Jeez.
I know what it is.
What?
You
Told you,
you
to go
defied-
fuck yourself
No, you
too many
defied
times?
President Keb's order of driving with your fucking hazards on.
I don't drive with my hazards on.
Okay.
I don't know that I ever have.
In the rain?
No,
Okay.
because that's ridiculous.
You know what's getting ridiculous, too, talking about driving? is these fucking people with these LED lights.
Headlight. Oh my
Yeah,
God, they're horrible.
Yeah. And
Especially
then,
for somebody that can't see like me.
Right, and then they like flash you like you have your fucking brights on, you don't have your fucking brights on, and now I have to pull in front of you and get my fucking baseball bat with barbed wire out.
Lucille.
Yeah. And now we got another fucking set. And now we're in this room over
But the
here.
question is, whose baseball bat was it to start with? Which Brave did you steal it from?
I didn't steal it from any Brave. I was given to it by the Apostle Dale Murphy himself.
Gotcha. Or one of his 14 children.
Correct.
Yes.
Who's...
We didn't answer that question. That was, what would our Last Supper be
Oh, okay.
if we were executed?
Yeah, you go.
I would definitely go for a nice big steak and baked potato, some good bread,
What about
some
the,
wine.
What about the pommes frites?
Those are French fries.
Okay.
I'm not a big steak and frites
Okay.
person.
Macaroni and cheese?
Yeah, I guess you could throw some macaroni and cheese in there.
Asparagus?
You can have the asparagus.
Green beans?
I'll take the green beans.
Casserole or regular green beans?
Regular green beans.
So steak, baked potato, basically. Where are you getting it from?
Somebody better be cooking it on their big green egg for me.
Big green egg. You don't want like Roost Chris?
No,
Yeah.
I want it home cooked.
Delmonico's?
Home cooked
Okay.
on the grill.
Do you want the potato nuked or do you want it in the oven?
In the oven.
Or on the grill?
Actually, on the grill.
On the grill.
Salt rub, little oil, wrap it in
My thing
foil,
about-
throw it on the...
My thing about putting it on the grill is it takes fucking forever.
That prolongs my execution.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Okay.
Low, slow.
That's a very good point. So mine would be... that's a good one.
Taco Bell.
No, it wouldn't be Taco Bell. It might be... I would try to get it from somebody... I like the prolonging the execution thing. I would try to get it for like the most rare shit you could find.
How about a Philly cheesesteak brought in directly from Philly?
Yeah, from...
Like somebody could walk it to you.
What's the best Philly? You've been to Philly.
I have.
So what's the best cheesesteak in Philly?
I really like Jim's on South Street. I'm not one of the Pats and Geno's. Now, I like Pat's better than Geno's, but they're not my favorite. Jim's on South Street is my favorite.
I hear people... What's that other one? Not Jim's, but the... there's another one.
Delisandro's?
That one, yeah.
I've never had
Del.
Delisandro's.
That's pretty good. Yeah. But in actuality, nothing good happens in Philadelphia. You know,
Okay.
they don't call it the city of brotherly love for nothing. Moving on. Is it my turn?
Yeah, you still didn't answer that question, though. You
Oh.
just said something from far away.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to go with authentic. I don't know, you don't like seafood much.
I'm not a big seafood fan, but
We're going to go with authentic crab cakes from Maryland.
Maryland.
Yes. They are
Not a
fucking
Maine
good.
lobster.
No. Lobster's too, cliche. Like crab cakes.
But
Crab
you like
cakes-
lobster bisque.
I fucking love lobster bisque soup. It's like one of the only soups that I like. And put a little Cholula in there, some package of crackers. You got to go over to the Red Lobster to get it. Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Couldn't you pick a better seafood restaurant?
What's another good seafood restaurant where you could sit down?
We live on the Atlantic.
No, I know.
coast.
There's a bunch of like hole in the walls, but name a more popular corporate
No.
seafood restaurant than Red Lobster.
Corporate, you got it.
Yeah, I mean you got Mitchell's, but unless you
have an extra $100
unless you won the
a plate.
lotto, yeah. I mean that's not going there. So
All right, I guess it's your turn now.
did I answer that question adequately?
You did.
Okay. All right. Next question here.
Is this another one that's not yours?
So previously to us recording tonight, the soon-to-be world-famous wife was questioning me on the questions, and I had told her that I didn't come up with all of them, which is the absolute truth. However, I know some jokers out there, and in my office during my daytime, we have literally been having this discussion for a week. And if you guys have any input on this, the listener hotline's 305-563-2342, and you definitely might want to chime in on this.
So what you're saying is that you're not doing any work during the day.
No, I do work, but
Okay.
I'm a salesperson, so you have you have downtime and all this.
Do.
I do work. I do work. You know.
Shit work. Just joking.
I'm not over here gigging on your profession.
No, but you have.
No, I haven't. Only because the people who run things are dumb sometimes.
They make not so smart decisions sometimes.
Right. And that's what you have when you work for the government. You know, so which the school board is the government, right?
Absolutely.
So, all right. This is as deep as it gets. And this is a fucking argument. I'm so glad I picked this question. Are you listening out there? You ready for this question? Have I built it up enough? If a man has gender reassignment surgery, after said surgery, are they still a man or are they a woman?
I believe that if they have gender reassignment surgery, that they are now a female.
Because after the surgery, they have female parts.
Correct.
All right.
Not all parts, but they have been remodeled.
That's basically what I answered. Okay? But there's an argument to that answer, which I'm going to let you in on. Now, when I let you in on this, you're going to know that I did not come up with this.
Is this some stupid shit like flat Earth?
No. It's not
Because
a
that is
conspiracy
some
theory. It's not a conspiracy
stupid
theory.
shit.
It's kind of like, it's kind of descriptive, borderline gross, which is why you know I didn't come up with it, because that's not my type of joke.
Okay,
You know,
whatever.
I don't have gross toilet humor jokes, you know. Now, if you want to say that I have a plethora and have beaten the fucking dead horse of the religious jokes,
That you have.
That would be one thing. I absolutely have done that and will continue to beat the dead horse of religious jokes because I think it's a farce. Anyhow, all of them, not just one of all of them. All of them. You know, the only one that speaks to me is Buddhism, but I can't get over the fact that they're praying to a dude who weighs 600 pounds that had the fucking balls to teach people about self-discipline.
Okay, answer your question.
So, the answer to the question is I believe that they are a female now too, right? And I've often said, I've said this, if it looks like a male, it's a male. If it looks like a female, it's a female. But we're talking about like inner workings. We're talking like plumbing, right?
Right.
So I almost feel a little awkward having this conversation where people are going to be like, Kev, what the fuck? How the fuck are you thinking of this? The only person that's going to get a kick out of this is going to be Jay. And Jay's going to be like, yeah, that's a good fucking question, And he'll probably have an answer. Jay, if you got an answer, hit me on Twitter, man. Or
Deep Thoughts by the Unfiltered Podcast.
Yeah, I think this is a Keb Unfiltered episode.
Okay.
But it's all the same thing.
It's still the Unfiltered Studios, correct?
It is Unfiltered Studios. We're in the home of the Unfiltered Studios. We are Unfiltered Studios with the echo and everything. So, all right. So a guy has his dick cut off. Not like John Bobbitt style, but like, and I'm guessing that they, for lack of a better term, push it in. Right?
From what I know, they fillet it and...
Okay, so they push it in. Here's my problem. That area down there grows hair. So if that area is being pushed in and the man who is now a woman wants to get freaky with somebody else, is the other guy's part going to get razor burn? Or
loofah style.
Yeah. That's my question.
That's not something I ever want to think about again.
We have literally been debating this in my office for a week.
I need to call your boss.
Yeah, he's the catalyst
Like I said, I need to call your boss.
of the damn argument. He actually looked at. He has an answer. Yeah, but the
I don't
answer's
wanna
not
know
fun.
that.
The answer's not fun, so we're not going to go with the answer.
I'm going to pick another question.
Okay. That was a great. I'm glad that question was picked. She's looking.
If we won $1 million, how would you spend it?
Ooh. Is it my turn to answer first, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think after. So $1 million isn't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
You need to invest some.
Yeah,
so
you
you
do.
have some income later.
Yeah.
Because
either-
knowing you, you'll buy Taco Bell for the next 10 days and be broke.
Yeah. Outside of,
And Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. Might get some hard Mountain Dew. Don't bring it here. You got like 9 bottles of Captain Morgan over there.
And?
I'm just saying. Don't look at me like I'm the fucking resident fucking alcoholic.
You are.
Well, I mean,
I don't call you an alcoholic, though.
I'm not an alcoholic. Those fuckers go to meetings.
They're quitters.
They are quitters. They are quitters.
I'm
Sorry
not a quitter.
if you have a problem with substance abuse. Please call the substance abuse hotline. We are not making light of any substance abuse victims. We
Absolutely not.
We were just saying that the Keb doesn't drink as much as people think he does.
As he used to.
Oh, dude, as I used to. Shit. Not John
Oh,
Daly.
me too.
John Daly have a tough time keeping up with me.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Divorce will do that to you.
Divorce will do that to you. It'll make the bottle your friend. I forgot the fucking question. Oh, if we had $1 million. I think what we should do is, with $1 million, we already talked about it, go on that baseball trip.
Right, but with that $1 million and the RV that we buy to get from said ballpark to said ballpark, we need to buy a driver.
Absolutely.
Because I cannot see you backing that thing up.
Right. You're afraid I'm going to hit something.
Like an Amazon van?
Easy. We haven't
In your driveway?
We haven't discussed that on this program.
Oh, what a perfect time.
No, we're not going to discuss the fallacies. Is that the term? Or the follies? What's a fallacy? You're a teacher. What does fallacy mean?
Fallacy means something that's false.
Okay, so this is a fallacy. It is
No,
false
it is not.
occurrence. It did not happen.
Said
Yeah.
insurance speaks otherwise.
Well, Geico is not on the program tonight.
Wouldn't that be cool if we could get them to sponsor us?
That would be cool, but then we'd have to deal with Flo.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Or
No.
that blonde-haired guy.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
Okay, so what would you do with $1 million? I'd go on the baseball trip.
I'm piggybacking on that. Like I said, we need to hire a driver for the RV.
Okay.
Buy all the baseball tickets, football tickets that you can. World Series, Super Bowl, I don't care who's playing.
Yeah.
Live a good life.
Yeah.
Give back some.
Stop into New York City, go to the Gotham Comedy Club.
The M&M store in Times Square.
I heard M&M's got in trouble.
Oh, did they?
Didn't M&M's say that they were tired of offending people or something like that, so they're making Maya Rudolph their...
They're taking the female M&Ms out of their commercials for now.
They're taking the women out.
That's discrimination. But they're putting Maya Rudolph in. I like her just as much.
Okay. I'm going to hold my comment for
But
another
anyway,
time. All right, next question. I feel like Roger Wright. Next question.
maybe Roger will call in sometime and
See,
you can answer questions with him.
yeah, we need to get past this because this is going to be the same answer. What do you see yourself doing after retirement? It's going to be the same fucking question, same fucking answer.
After retirement?
Yeah, what do you see us doing after retirement?
Because retirement is the time after working.
Right.
So if it's after retirement, you're probably dead.
Good point. Good point.
So the wording on that question
is bullshit.
is not exactly Right. Sorry, grammar police here.
Okay, so I'm going to pick another question.
Okay, you pick another question.
All right. I got 2.
No, you can only have one.
These are
Don't be greedy.
stuck together. All right, world traveler. If you won a trip anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I think that my top travel bucket list item is Australia. Australia is definitely... I want to go see the koalas and the kangaroos and the Sydney Opera House and the Outback and Bonsai Beach, and that would be tops. There are all kinds of places on my travel bucket list, but
Australia is one.
Australia's top.
I want to go see the fucking ice wall. That
Oh,
apparently
you mean at
is
the
out
other end of
there.
the flat Earth?
Yeah, that's out there. I want to take a fucking cruise.
So you can meet Flat Earth Dave there.
Correct. To go
Hang
to
out.
the fucking ice wall that these fucking cocksuckers think of.
Can you do
actually
shots
exist.
off the ice wall? You know how they have ice luges for shots?
I'm
Can you
sure
do that
that's-
off the ice wall?
I'm sure that's permissible.
I mean, that you might have to use a whole bottle.
Yeah, but that's where I want to go is the ice wall. But if you're talking about a real place, I always wanted to go to Dublin, Ireland.
Ireland's on my bucket list.
You know, and you got to have the home the home team. You know, so we got to go to Stockholm, Sweden.
And that means I got to go to Scotland.
That's fine. They drink in Scotland.
They do drink in Scotland.
Yeah, I mean, then they try to talk and you can't understand them.
Hey, those are my grandparents you're talking about.
It's your turn to pick.
All right, let's see here. I got 2 also. Do you prefer beach or mountains?
Oh, that's easy.
I'm definitely a mountain person.
I'm definitely a mountain
After
person,
working
too.
many summers at a camp up in the mountains and vacationing in the mountains, I definitely am a mountain person.
Yeah.
In fact, we've discussed retiring to the mountains
Yeah,
at some point.
Fuck the beach. I got the beach right here.
We can go be Chipper Jones' neighbor up in
Yeah.
Blue Ridge.
Yeah, definitely a mountains person because I'm tired of the goddamn heat. You know,
And you don't get sand up your crack.
It is
in the mountains.
seriously 3 degrees cooler than the surface of the motherfucking sun here.
Hey, you were brought up here.
I know. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm ready to go. And I moved away and moved the fuck back.
And if you hadn't done that, you wouldn't have met me.
Right. So it's
So
all
you came
good.
back for a reason.
I came back to get you to move to the motherfucking mountains.
Well, let's go.
We got
Oh,
kids
wait, we got to
in high
retire
school.
first.
Yeah, we got high schoolers. All
How does
right,
it feel to say you have high schoolers?
Yeah, it makes me feel 47 years old, you know? But I am glad, like, my dad had me when he was 40. So by the time I was out of high school, the dude was damn near 60, you know? And so I am kind of glad that I still, look like myself, I guess.
I'm excited for all my friends who are now grandparents because
Yeah?
I can play with their grandbabies and
Yeah.
not have to.
You know,
Worry about
a
them.
little baby, we had a friend, or a family member, actually, that just had a baby. And the beautiful thing about a baby that's not yours...
Is you can give it back.
Right. When it's fucked up, it's crying or whatever.
That's not fucked up.
No, it's not fucked up. I mean, I know babies do that shit, but when it's like yours,
you
gotta,
do
like-
that too.
Yeah, but not all the time.
You cry when your diaper gets dirty.
I do. That's a big fucking diaper.
It is.
But not as big as it used to be. This is not my question either.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't have put this in there because this shit could get me in some trouble. But I'm trying to think that, what is one thing that you have never told me?
That I've never told you?
Correct. Or I've never told you. I don't know that I haven't ever told you something.
That's the thing that I appreciate about our relationship
Yeah.
is that I feel like I have to hide nothing.
Right.
I mean, maybe except when I go shopping.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
always tell you what I spend when I go shopping.
I don't know that.
But you eventually find out when I come and say I don't have any money left.
I don't know that I mean, certainly nothing important, you know. I don't know. I mean, you even know about John Clark getting arrested in New Orleans.
That could be a whole podcast unto itself.
Dude, I got to get that guy on here.
You do.
I got to get that guy on here. You know, we told a story about him.
Did you tell the story about our wedding reception where he stripped off his shirt and started?
This fucking guy. So we have a friend named John that is like kind of like your eternally single guy, you know, and he's a good looking dude. He likes to dress nice. He likes the finer things in life. He's single, you know. God bless him.
And lives in Naples.
Yeah, God bless him. He's a Navy veteran, and we thank him for his service. And he lives in Naples, Florida, and he's just, dare I say, bougie.
He can be.
He can be. Anyhow.
But in the best meaning of the word.
But this motherfucker can drink. And when he gets to a point,
there's no turning back.
There is no turning back and no telling what this motherfucker gonna do. At all. No telling.
The word slow down mean nothing to him.
So we get married and we financed our own wedding, basically. And we had to clean up afterwards. We couldn't just leave, you know. And John wanted to go to the bar, so he's helping out. But we got married on June 22nd, which was the hottest fucking day of the year. You know, it was literally 227 degrees outside. And John proceeds to take his shirt off.
Because it was a silk shirt.
Because it was a silk shirt.
And he didn't want to sweat in it.
Right. And ruin the silk shirt. Apparently, silk ruins shirts. Right?
Sweat ruins silk.
What did I say?
Silk ruins shirts. Are you drinking over there?
Not much. Yeah, I forgot I have a drink right here. Yeah. Let me take a swig while you pick it.
Did we answer the question? I don't even remember
I
what the question was.
I think the answer is we don't...
we don't have any secrets.
Yeah, we are a secretless society over here.
Christine, if you're listening to this, don't tell Kevin.
Right. And Randy, if you're listening to this...
Randy's told me everything.
Keep your motherfucking mouth shut about that time and that place with that thing. Right?
Oh, he already told me about that.
He told you about the time and the place?
The big thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He said it hurt you a lot.
Well,
when it went in.
I can't.
Just joking. All right. More chicken scratch. Name 3 countries you would never visit. There. Georgia, South Carolina. Oh, countries.
Countries, yes.
Just joking. I do teach. I'm not real interested in Asian countries. I just like
Japan?
Japan, China, Thailand.
Okay.
I just
you don't want to go see the Great Wall of China?
Not particularly. Okay. Sorry.
We could go. We got a place to stay in China.
Oh, do we?
Roger Wright's place.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We're going to stay with Roger Wright. Yeah, you know, there's some people out there that think I'm Roger Wright.
You are definitely not Roger Wright. Yeah. I promise you that.
There's some people that think that I'm Roger Wright.
I wish I knew who it was.
That would be, that'd be great. Yeah, so no China.
Not really particularly interested in anywhere in the Middle East.
Right.
Some African countries might be interesting. I would love to go on a safari, but I don't know.
You could get eaten by a lion.
You could. And then I don't want to go to Russia.
Yeah.
They scare me.
I think Russia's all talk. I wouldn't want to go, number one, to Iran.
Well, yeah.
You know, because I am the infidel. Yeah, and they will... Can you imagine I get over there and somebody calls me, oh, you're the infidel American. Man, fuck you. You know, and then, you know, then I'm on the guillotine, you know.
That's France.
Or I'm getting hung like Brody in Homeland.
Such a good show.
Really good show. If you haven't seen Homeland, what the fuck are you doing? So Iran probably in that. I think those crazy motherfuckers in Saudi Arabia. You
Right.
know, people who value oil that way enough that they'll kill people for it. Oh, wait, we do that. And then this country, last country, I really have no absolute want to go to because the things that they do there are just inhumane. The things that they do to family members there are inhumane. The things that they do to their fellow man are inhumane. They make them watch their stuff that's inhumane. And of course, I'm talking about the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
That's
Just
not
kidding.
a country.
I've been there. I want to go. I'll tell
That
you
happens
this.
in West Virginia too.
Yeah, ooh, all these West Virginians out there. They're now. Actually,
I lived.
she's got a Twitter handle. Why don't you get people go fucking bug her? It's-
Keblives.com.
No, it's not keblives.com.
Whatever it is.
Twitter's at keblives, KEBLIVES. People think that's a handle or on there. What that's
I'm never
no.
on-
It's soon to be world famous wife.
So, no, don't
No,
tweet
don't
at
bug you.
me.
Okay.
Don't tweet at me.
Okay.
I'm never on Twitter. If you tweet at me, I'll never see it.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
That would be for you,
Oh, it's
because
my
that
turn.
was that 3 countries question was mine.
Okay. I don't think I ever said a third country, but
You did Kentucky.
Kentucky.
You need to
Kentucky
go
is
back
a
to
foreign land.
high school to learn your geography.
What is the very best moment of your life to date?
Why are you hesitating?
No, I
You
was
should
waiting
know
for
right off.
you to
Oh,
answer.
this is me. Okay. Very best moment of my life. Just joking. It would be the day we got married. It was a very special day, and I couldn't have asked for anything better.
See, people, I'm desired.
I lie well.
That is a very special day for me too. You know, have to couple it with the birth of the children.
Right?
You know,
What about the World Series?
the 2021 World Series champion Atlanta Braves. That's up there, but not as important as our
We stood
wedding
in the
anniversary.
rain.
We did stand in the rain at Game 4 of the World Series. It was fun. So
It was cold.
it was very cold for us who are used to 50-degree or 150-degree weather.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said we were just shy of the surface of the sun.
3 degrees
temperature-wise.
cooler of the surface of the sun. If you're gonna make fun of me, get it right.
Oh, I
Okay.
got it right.
Okay.
All right, next question. Why do I always have 3 countries? What are 3 countries you would like to visit? Didn't we already talk about this?
Yeah, pick another one. I don't like that question. Yeah, who picked that question? Or who
Well-
put that question in the bucket?
You.
Okay. There's a hole in the
Which friend or family member of mine could you do without? Oh, that's not
That's not nice.
that's not even nice. Well, I have to say that I adore your whole family. I really do.
Okay.
I got lucky on the family department. So I can't rule out any family members. Most of your friends are pretty cool.
Yeah,
There might be 1 or 2 that I don't really jive with, but that's okay. But I really don't have anybody. I got lucky in that department.
I think I don't want to rule out any of yours either because they're all cool people. I think
I don't have that many of them.
I think that one of them at one point in time wanted to rule me out.
Oh, absolutely. She gave you the strike system, and you were on strike too.
But I think I'm back to
But-
strike one.
But you've earned some graciousness back
So is the strike one because I told her
because you ghosted me.
Oh, that's it. So did
That
I get
was one strike.
Did I get a strike for telling her the outcome of The Force Awakens?
That was the second strike. Absolutely.
I think when we got engaged, I got that back.
You got it back.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. And then I really haven't done anything since then.
No, she noted your name on the list of crazy men.
Oh, okay.
But then again, there are a lot of names on there that I'm familiar with. So,
Okay.
but she said at least you're crazy is at a manageable level.
Again, you can't take my set from me.
I just did.
You know, that's my joke that
no,
I created.
but we're married. It's now equal.
Oh, it's our.
It's our set.
Oh, so it's kind of like what's mine is mine and what's
mine is mine and what's yours is mine.
Right, I got you. And that includes the jokes that
Yes,
I work so hard on.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, next question. We got just a few more minutes of this. You know, time flies when you're having fun.
Right. Or when you're duct taped to the chair.
Yeah. Would you rather be rich or famous?
I would much rather be rich.
Yeah.
I don't want people up in
fuck
my
famous.
business all the time.
Absolutely. Fuck famous. You know, famous is for people that didn't get hugged when they were a child. You know?
Or got knocked upside the head.
Yeah, if
too
you
many times.
if you give me the money that I would get if I were famous without having to be famous, think about that. You wouldn't have like the paparazzi after you or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just it'd be a hassle. But to usually get to the rich part, you got to be the famous part, right? I mean,
Right.
Unless you're infamous, you know, like Ted Bundy. He was infamous. Everybody knows who he is. But
Or the
he didn't have-
Chrysleys.
Who?
The Chrysleys.
Are they the ones that just went to jail?
They just went to jail.
What are they doing again? Tax evasion?
Tax fraud.
Tax fraud?
Yeah.
What's the difference between tax fraud and tax evasion?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I think
teach
tax fraud
elementary
is like
school.
you paid a little tax, but not enough tax, and tax evasion is like you didn't pay any tax.
I don't know.
You evaded it.
I don't know what their charges were.
Okay.
I don't pay that much attention. I just know it was a big deal.
Okay, next question.
All right. If you got to choose your death, what would it be from? I don't know that I necessarily know what I want it to be from, but I'd want it to be quick. I don't want to suffer, and I don't want my family to suffer. So.
Yeah, I'll take either a gunshot to the back of the head, you know, just lights out,
Hang on, I'm writing this down.
or I'll take a,
How about
like
some
a
cyanide poisoning.
no, because I don't want to whittle away. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people whittle away. It's not fun.
I need to get rid of that cyanide then.
Right. You know,
How's your life insurance?
They make cyanide. I haven't paid it this month yet, so but they make cyanide that you could put in like a spray bottle, and like dissolve it.
Oh,
and
I
put
can
it in a
just
spray bottle.
dust your pillow.
Yeah,
Mist your
or you
pillow.
could like bake it in a cake.
Yeah.
You know, and basically you should watch The Iceman, the story of Richard Kuklinski. He was a mob hitman.
There's also a book and a movie called White Oleander,
Yeah.
where they use oleander flowers to
I heard-
off somebody.
I heard that they're taking that book out because the woke crowd thinks it's racist.
Oh, well, there are a lot of books that they're taking out. Thanks, government, that I have to take my whole classroom library out of my classroom because nobody trusts teachers' judgment.
You gotta love the state of Florida, folks.
It's not just the state of Florida, though. We found out there are other states doing it, too.
Okay, you gotta love public education, folks. You know,
It's not public anymore.
yeah, it's not. They're trying to get it to go to what are those schools called?
Charter schools.
Charter schools. Yeah. All right. So this is going to be the last question.
Okay.
Okay. Due
Trying to get rid of me already?
due to contractual time constraints.
Gotcha.
So this is going to be the last question. What was the first thought that popped into your brain when you first met me? That's a great question to end on.
When I met you online or when I saw you face to face for
When
the
you saw
first
me
time?
face to face.
I thought, oh shit, how fast can I get out of here?
Wow. That's the effect I have on the women folk out there.
I mean, you told me to meet you in a bank parking lot
Yeah, we were
on
gonna
a
rob the
Sunday
bank.
afternoon
Like a little Bonnie and Clyde action.
when nobody was around. It was kind of creepy. But I showed up.
Yeah. To get on a subway type
Tram.
tram to
That-
go across the river into downtown Jacksonville, which is, it may or may not be the
Murder capital of Florida.
safest place in the world.
And then to find out that tram didn't go back the other direction, and we had to walk across the bridge.
Yeah.
Happy first date.
After we were drinking.
After drinking all day.
After drinking. So, what I thought immediately, because of the romantic person that I am,
whatever,
that this is the woman I am going to spend the rest of my life with.
And then you ghosted me 6 weeks later.
At least, see, this is not entitled Skeletons in the Closet.
You asked if there was anything that we kept secret.
But
so
see, tomorrow, you're not going to have to answer these questions. I am. And
so I planned this out right.
Right. And they're going to be like, well, what about the ghosting? You know, how long did you ghost her? You know? And now we're going to have another podcast on there, and then somebody's going to say, hey, soon-to-be world-famous wife, why don't you come on my podcast and talk about how the Keb fucking ghosted you? You know, and then you're going to have to do that shit. And next thing you know, you're in this room over here, you're a habitual podcast guest. And
I need to get an agent.
Yeah, I'll act as your agent.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because this is my gig.
Yeah, but we got to pay the other agent, and we just keep the money in the house.
I don't trust you.
Oh, whatever.
Just joking.
All right, that's the end of the game. We want to thank you guys for putting up with us. Hopefully you had fun. It's a little different than what we usually do. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or whatever, give us a call at the listener hotline, 305-563-2342. You could catch me at KebLives, KEBLIVES. The UNF Pod Twitter is still going strong, and UNF Pod is still going strong too. So for the soon-to-be world-famous wife, my name's the Keb, and we'll catch you later.
The opinions on this podcast may strike some listeners as vulgar, offensive, or, worst of all, serious. Please adjust your expectations and interpretations accordingly. In other words, lighten the up. For all other concerns, complaints, and court documents, please direct those towards the nearest brick wall. Thank you for listening.